oh look, they found something from my childhood which they've yet to ruin. Apparently, according to rumors, they're going to remake Harry Potter. WBD is reportedly looking to reboot the Harry Potter film franchise, including recasting in the next 3 to 5 years. I'll be posting information how I came to this, and you can find it on the channel tomorrow. I am not surprised. I mean, this is the social engineering ideology of the woke. Take something that's popular, something that they didn't create, and then do a reboot of it with a reimagining, a respin on the original story. The story said loosely, because they're not going to focus on that. Usually they go into a meeting and they go like, okay, who gets to be black? Who gets to be gay? Alright, who's the redhead? Who is the redhead in the... She is black, isn't she? Like, come on. And then they make a really bad story, and anyone that criticizes the story is because they are misogynistic, racist, and of course you have to go see the movie in order to stick it to the racists, okay? Like, give money to the multi-billion-dollar film corporation in order to stand up for racism, because yes, minorities in the hood are going to benefit from you watching the film. I hate this type of marketing so freaking much. I hate it. And yet, time and time again, it appears, and I would not be shocked if it would re-manifest itself within Harry Potter, a movie which obviously does not need a reboot. I mean, I understand making reboots if it's a very old film, right? And you think like, well, the special effects don't really hang on, you know, the cultural thing from back then doesn't really apply. Now, like, maybe we can do a reboot, right? Like, you can reboot RoboCop or something like that. I get it. But not today, first and foremost, because everything is a reboot, a reimagining, and a sequel. So people are sick and tired of reboots to the point where they know that it's going to be shit. I would say that reboots nowadays is like the B-tier movies. I don't even know how else to describe them. Like, I used to be really hyped when I hear that, oh my god, like, this is getting a reboot. That's so fucking awesome. Now when I hear that something is getting a reboot, I'm like, okay, another B-tier movie. Another popcorn flick, which, you know, it's an insult to popcorn flicks, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, I am not really thrilled at all. They could have done something much more interesting. Like, they could have done a spin-off. I guess, like, the Fantastic Beasts is a spin-off, but it hasn't managed to capture the magic of the originals. Instead, they could have focused on an American wizard school. Or they could have focused on an African wizard school, because according to the lore, every continent has its own wizard school that has like a different theme, different traditions. You know, they could have focused on the wizard school from Russia. Like, that would have been great. Well, probably not Russia due to the conflict, right? Like, that's bad. But still, like, it had that cool mythology that we saw at the Champion Cup. But whatever, you know, I'm curious if they're going to add a transgender person. Like, that would be interesting, you know? They probably won't, because it won't sell in China. They're very concerned about the Chinese sensibilities. You gotta understand that, right? Like, China pays the homophobia tax. That's why you don't see many LGBT representation on the big screen. Like, you see it in TV shows, but you're never going to see it in a movie because they can't sell to China. You know, China is wealthy. They get to pay, so they don't have to see that. And, of course, the very woke and progressive Hollywood corporation is like, okay, well, if it's money, then we're going to take the L. You know, like, our virtues are strong enough, but not strong enough to bypass the Chinese censor. So, yeah, I mean, like, I'm really not surprised if this happens to be a reboot and the rumors manifest themselves, but at the same time, I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole. I would have to wait to see other people just going and seeing the movie and then telling me that it was so great and amazing, and maybe then I'll be like, okay, but it's highly unlikely, and especially since it's a story that's already told. Like what else can it, like, why would you make a remake of something that's finished? Like, I already know it. I already seen it. Like, there is nothing you can add to it. Just make... At least if they would have made prequels, it would have made more sense. Right? But like, I guess if they make prequels, they can't race swap and gender swap. Because that's the most important thing of fan baiting. Right? Like, they want people to get pissed off. They want to cast, you know, a different racial actor so that the fans get upset. So that they're like, any criticism that you do is because of racism. It is so boring, and I genuinely think that this is why they always go with the either the sequel or the reimagining rather than try to make a prequel nowadays. Because like with a prequel, you can go wild, right? Like no one cares. You can make all the characters black and you won't get any criticism. But anyway, right? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.